Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a live edition of the Highbury Squad. We'll introduce our special guest in just a second, but we've lost KC. If anyone can find Super Kev, let us know where he is.
Kev?
Yo, yo, yo. My podcast sister, Amanda, welcome to the show.
Hello, darling. How are you?
I'm pretty epic. I'm on the road somewhere in America. I'm not going to disclose my location. I figured, we decided over the next few days it's going to be crazy with the election. So we've decided to just hit the road and just go. And wherever it takes us. Joining us is, and I say this so friendly because one of our all-time frenemies has to be Mr.Dale O'Donnell from Stretty News. Welcome to the show, Dale.
Yay! Thanks for having me. Finally back. How are you all?
Hey, and you've become a dada since we last spoke to you.
Oh, how lovely.
I have. It's brilliant. Great addition to the home.
Tell us about the next striker for Manchester United.
Yeah, I don't know. Will he be a right back? I'm trying to get him a bit sturdy now, so we'll see. He'll be quick on his feet.
Are you going for the right back position? Are you
the next Gary Neville? I'm hoping.
Well, that's a good career to follow. That's for sure, no doubt. But thanks for joining us, Dale. Thank you so much, and congratulations to you and your little family. And God bless you. And we wish you all health and happiness. So
congratulations.
Thank you.
You never know. He might end up being a little gooner.
We have a shed out the back.
It's better than being a City fan, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess.
That's not going to happen.
Amanda,
Liverpool, no.
Have you been sending little O'Donnell Jr. Patrick Vieira videos already? Is that what's?
Oh, I've been showing him a few videos, right? More so the Keane ones.
Roy Keane, yeah.
Oh man, the God. All right, so before we get stuck into the weekend's game, if you guys could just indulge me for a quick second. I think United's result in Europe was bigger than ours. We're playing Europa League, we're playing Dundalk. Okay, we won. Should we just move on to the big game this weekend?
No,
okay.
2 minutes. Just give me 2 minutes.
Okay,
First of all, it's big for us because we're not playing well at the moment. Okay, so I'm quite pleased with the win, obviously. Clean sheet. The boys look good. Willock looked great. Nelson looked great. And Ketia, oh my God, I've said his name right. Is our little fox in the box. Pepe scores a great goal. Yes, of course, I know it's Dundalk. I'm not an idiot. But we can only play what's in front of us, and I thought they played well. I thought it was fast paced. It was a little bit more exciting in the second half. Good goals. I mean, Nketiah missed one before he scored, and I mean, there's not much to say. It's Dundalk. I'm not an idiot. Yes, and we actually saw Balogun, and I want to talk about, for my man of the match was, there we go. Just about to say it. Joe Willock was man of the match and someone just said it. So, it bodes well. I think we need to integrating them into the team a little bit because I feel it's a little bit more exciting than what we've got. But it was so weird because on the bench, we had like 10 subs. I don't know if you saw that, Soph. Our bench looked amazing on paper.
We always look good on paper.
It is Dundalk. I'm not an idiot, but we can only play what's in front of us, and yes, we can move on.
Okay, good.
Unless anyone's got to ask us anything in chat, that's all.
Because can you just say hi to Dale, because KC's saying he doesn't have my link, so I got to send him the link.
Yes,
live real time stuff.
This is what goes on behind the scenes. We're so professional normally.
Well, I was on the road, so I was worried none of you got it.
I will continue the show. So, Dale, we play you on Sunday.
You know what I wanted to ask him though, Amanda?
My God. Take over, she says. Take over, and then I can never take over. So, Dale, your team, as I quoted last week, haven't won 5 Premier League home games yet on the trot.
Yeah.
And then Arsenal come to town. And let me guarantee you what's going to happen on Sunday. You're going to turn into peak Barcelona and we'll end up losing, where we really should be beating you because you are dire, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, who's more dire, though?
That's the question, isn't it? And I'm looking at pretty much all the top 6 teams. start of the season and no one's showing consistency. And I'm looking at the league itself, Liverpool's start. I think the league is there for the taking for any team that wants to become consistent and get a good run of form, keep players fit. I throw so many teams into that. But yeah, I'm confident ahead of the game of the weekend. I usually am against Arsenal. I just don't think. I think
makes me want to cry.
but so if we spoke about this before,
I know
the
we
rivalry
have
in the past, and it's just not what it was.
No, it
takes a real shiner off it, and I miss it. I miss the days where Arsenal were one of the best teams in the league, and when we were as well. Great games, but it's just not that anymore. It's another Premier League fixture, sadly, in terms of quality on the pitch and what we actually see after the game. We come away and we can argue that we deserve to win. But if you actually watch 90 minutes on Sunday and you think back to the really good games, the standards are so low. So low.
But Dale, the last time you beat, correct me if I'm wrong, but was the last time you beat us in the Premier League 2018? 2018, and then we had a 2-2 draw in that same year. Then you beat us in the FA Cup 3-1, and we beat you 2-0, and then we drew 1-1, and then we beat you in January of this year. So as bad as we've been, and as woeful as we've been, even in that 2-1 that you beat us, where I think there was that breakaway counter-attacking goal where Wayne Rooney scored, I think was the last time where we felt like, wow, we should have won that game. We were heartbroken, actually. Amanda, would you remember that game where we didn't win it?
There's been so many games I've been heartbroken at Old Trafford. You can just take your pick. And one of them being the Invincibles, where Wayne Rooney dived over Sol Campbell's leg. And Mike Riley gave, is it Mike Riley? I never know which one it was, or Mike Dean, gave that penalty that was never a penalty. Not that I'm bitter, Dale. Not that I'm bitter one bit. But anyway.
So let me ask you guys this. Dale, let's move it to this. So who of the Goliaths of our teams, because we've both been Goliaths of the Premier League, and you, of course, Manchester United, you guys have been insane. So to actually see your team the way you've crushed and fallen is greater than the way we have in some ways, because of the volume of what you've won, the dominance of what you've had. Which of the two of the greatest maybe rivalry we've ever seen in the Premier League has fallen the hardest?
I think there's always this kind of scope that Manchester United could get back to winning league titles because of the size of the club and the money it makes. Obviously, that's not putting into account the way in which the club is being run. And I think Arsenal sadly fall into that category too. You speak to fans of both clubs, and a lot of fingers be pointed to the hierarchy. And that it just settles this kind of sense that they're stuck in the mud. It's hard to answer who's fallen the furthest. What I'd say is the both clubs just look like they're not near a point where I can see it turning around. I can't see Arsenal winning league titles anytime soon. I can't see Man United dominating like they once did, because I don't see the people behind the wheel leading the club in the right direction. So to answer the question, they've both fallen a massive drop, but it's really sticky surface now, and I can't see them getting out anytime soon.
So I think we believe that Arteta's the right guy to lead us forward. And even though I was critical of him in this last game, I'm a huge supporter. Kevin is, Amanda is, massive supporter. And speaking of the devil right here, let's just introduce the legend himself.
Oh, hello.
Hello, here he is.
Hello. Hi, I'm Stretty. How are you, mate?
Good, Kevin. How's things?
I'm good now, thank you.
Dale's got some questions for you, Casey, but we're going to save those to the end. But where we're stepping in right now, Super Kev, is we feel Arteta is the right, even though I may have been upset with him in the last game, Dale, and I feel like there's a trend evolving, and I feel like we're a cup team versus a Premier League team, and that's my biggest beef that I've kind of said to Amanda and Casey. Whereas maybe most people, if you did a poll, they'd say Arteta's the right guy for Arsenal. Maybe Ole isn't the right guy for United. Where do you stand with that? Because we're all supportive of Arteta. Amanda and Super Kev are like more be patient, whereas I'm starting to say we need to get more results. If we lose against you, I think this is a bad deal. So how do you stand with Ole? Is he your guy?
Right now, yeah, definitely right now. And that can change. Football is a funny old game. I definitely don't like seeing the reports about Pochettino pop up in the media every few months. I don't think Solskjaer has done a job that warrants that kind of speculation. I don't hear about Frank Lampard. I don't hear who's going to come in and take over his job. And Solskjaer's arguably done a better job than Lampard. I see a lot of scope for progress under Ollie. I don't think he's a rocket scientist or the greatest football manager in the world, but I think he's done a lot of good. And I don't like to talk about replacing him because I don't see a manager that has lost the dressing room. And that's massive. You sack a manager when he's lost the dressing room, but these players are still very much behind Solskjaer. And when the results are bad, you don't hear of unrest. A few weeks ago with the international break, Bruno Fernandes and Solskjaer apparently had a bust up, but Fernandes was very, very quick in coming out to the media to quash those reports. And that to me says players like him. I like him. He's not coming out in the media speaking really negatively about his players and creating this divide. Manchester United looks like a team that's quite focused. Results might not be consistent, but I can definitely see a team that's behind the manager. And as long as that continues, I'm behind them as well.
Can I ask a question? Do you think your players are affected by not having fans in the stadium? Or is it helping them or not? Because I think it's not helping Liverpool, if I'm honest. And I think it sort of helps us a little bit.
It's helped us a lot, I think, yeah.
I really don't think so at United. I think the game against Chelsea was a game we would have won if there was fans in the stadium. I think you talk about Old Trafford, you talk about these kind of theories that things happen in crazy moments, but being at a game and a big game, and in the last 10 minutes of Old Trafford when the scores are even, there's this sense that you feel as a fan you're going to make a difference.
And in definitely.
Those big games. I really felt it against Chelsea more than ever. And even when the football first came back, Bundesliga, I was watching that a few months ago, and when they were the first league to come back, and you could really see the difference even in the tempo of the game. And at the time I was greedy. I wanted my fix of football, but now I'm watching games and I really don't think the same bite is in them. And it's lacking. I don't even watch some of the lesser games at the moment.
I do sort of disagree, Soph, though. I know what you're saying at the beginning.
Which part?
At the beginning, I do feel like, because we were quite toxic, not me, but fans were.
Mm-hmm.
But I do feel now, like what Dale's saying, there could have been the odd game we could have spurred them on. Not that I like to use that word, but I do feel with Arsenal, there could have been, you never know what players actually need the fans. Some don't, some do. And I said at the beginning of the season, we don't know how it's going to affect every team in every league with having no fans there. And I feel like what Dale said at the beginning is so true. It is so up for grabs. It is so there for the taking this year. We won't be taking it, that's for sure. And I haven't got delusions of grandeur, I know that. But it is not... I haven't, Kev. No, don't pull that face. All right. Listen, Kev, I was on time. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah?
You said he didn't have the link. I sent the link.
It's in the Highbury squad. Do me a fave. Any excuse, Mr. Campbell.
Listen, like someone said, late finish, late into the box.
Working. I've worked all day. Anyway, as I was saying.
Hold on a minute.
Here we go.
So I get on there when I can. So thank you very much.
Oh, he's such a diva. He's such a diva.
There you go.
So I do feel that I agree, Dale. Just ignore him.
All right. So
Spanish air.
So Amanda, what you're saying is. But wait.
Hello. Sorry.
Everyone's got their hair done. Okay, so Dale and Amanda and KC, I think what Amanda's saying is that, yes, I think we benefited hugely from no fans in stadium at the beginning with the water breaks and his voice and everything. But I do agree with what Dale's saying, especially for a team like Man United, when you got Fergie time, used to have Fergie time. Now it's called Ole time. But it's maybe VAR time. And we're expecting it just a little bit, but I'm gonna back off on that. But hold on. But
sorry, go.
Let me just go to KC real quick, because Man United v Arsenal is always a thing, right? And we've definitely done better in the league versus them in the since 2018. I gave the stats to Dale at the beginning. We had that bad FA Cup loss. I think we expected to win games when we didn't, KC. But has that myth, that Man United thing, kind of, is it still really around? Everyone tweets at the beginning of every Man United game on Twitter. Amanda, would you agree? Just wait for the penalty decision. Just wait for them to get a decision. But at the same time, Casey, if there's never a better time to play them than now, is there? Or are we meeting them at the wrong time because they're going to get that home win they haven't had in 5 months?
Well, so this is what I will say. We're playing Man United. Man United haven't won a league game at home all season. And then what happens?
Amanda's been going on about that, I know.
Yeah, but what happens? They go and find a bit of form in the Champions League, don't they? Which is typical against Arsenal. No matter what happens, listen, this game still carries a lot of weight because of the history. Man United always want to get one over on Arsenal, and Arsenal always want to get one over on Man United. We should have beaten them at Old Trafford last season. We should have.
Yeah,
we should have done on the restart. Rashford, I think it was, who scored the equaliser in the second half against Man United last season. Listen, I think Arsenal could win the game. I'm not convinced by Manchester United. I think Manchester United going forward can be dangerous. Of course they can. But I think you can get at their back four. I think you can. And we've seen in the past, if you've got a plan and you could play a low block, that Manchester United fall into the trap of overcommitting people forward, and you can catch them on the break, which Spurs done time after time after time.
So wait, did I get my stats wrong then? Did we lose to Man United at Old Trafford last season? I thought we drew. I thought we drew. 2-2. Yeah. Okay.
I thought we drew.
Yeah, we drew. And then we beat them. We beat them. Yeah. So let's ask this, because we have Ole's legendary ex-player coming in and managing. Frank Lampard's legendary ex-player coming in managing, Dale. Arteta's respectable ex-player coming in managing. He wasn't a legend. I would never ever call Arteta an Arsenal legend, right?
Not yet.
No, but as a player he wasn't. But those two were and have been and are now managing. Ole's been in the job a lot longer than Frank and Arteta, right? And then you see old players going and managing teams like Pep at Barca, Antonio Conte at Juventus. Do you think Zidane? Yep, at Real Madrid. Thank you. Do you think he's gotten a pass? Do you think that if he was Louis van Gaal or David Moyes, he'd still be in a job?
I think he's done a better job than Louis van Gaal.
Well, even though Louis won the FA Cup.
Yeah, I think Manchester United, from a bigger picture, look from a long-term view of it, I think the dressing room is a lot happier. I think I look at the players that we have, and there was a sense at the end of Jose Mourinho's reign where I think United fans were actually starting to hate some of the players because they seen on the pitch that it's so flat. Look at the players didn't care, and I don't see that anymore. Solskjaer's come in and got rid of some bad eggs, and one of them used to play for your club, and Solskjaer has made some big decisions.
Oh, you're talking about Sanchez.
Sanchez, but like Louis van Gaal.
When he played the piano, you guys were real excited when he played that piano.
That's all he did. But you had Louis van Gaal, and his football was so tiring and terrible to watch. I don't think Solskjaer has got a pass, but fans have definitely had more moments under Solskjaer that they've enjoyed in terms of football. You've had the arrival of Bruno Fernandes and the difference he's made. He's a star. I'd go as far as to already say the best signing post Ferguson, because he's come in, he looks like a Man United player. every week he plays, he might not be at his top, but he's making a difference, a positive contribution. And then you've spent so much money, other managers, Mourinho, on bringing in Sanchez and giving him crazy money, and he contributed nothing at all. So I think I'm happier with Solskjaer. Yeah, he hasn't delivered a trophy yet, and he's going to have to do that. But in terms of the football I'm watching, things need tweaking, but it's better than what I've seen under Van Gaal and Mourinho.
Are you guys a little bit like us and Amanda and KC? Would you agree with this, in that we see us in cup games and we get super excited, and then it comes to Premier League games and we're like, well, I am. Amanda and Casey are a little bit more patient than I am, and I think, Dale, you are definitely more patient too. But it's just the last game where I was just like, if we lose to Man United too, for me, it's going to be, this is a problem now with our performance, our formation, tactical choices and things like that. Are you like that, Dale? Because that's what we've seen with Man United a little bit. You guys have been so great, and to see you fall so much and flounder where you have in the games that you have is like, even for an opposing fan, yes, we might delight in it, but it's kind of shocking, you know?
Yeah, looking at it from a bigger picture, you look at what Solskjaer has to work with, and you look at the way, and I touched on this already, the way Manchester United are run by the Glazers. And I think as the years went on, although the warning signs were there since 2005 when the takeover happened, as the years went on without Ferguson, has been this realisation that Manchester United might be the biggest club in the world, but on a football scale of things, we are not competing for Champions Leagues. We are not competing for Premier League titles. And for a while, we might have pointed the finger a bit at the managers and even some of the players, but more time goes on, you see the good job Solskjaer did last season. And then during the summer, did you really see a board that backed the manager, that believed in that manager? Because I didn't. And I know they might use the pandemic as an excuse, but that they didn't have an excuse the year before when they were taking massive amounts of money out in dividends. And they'll probably do that again this year without any questions asked. So I look at Solskjaer and I see it as a bit of a poison chalice. Is he the best we can get right now, the best manager? Maybe, probably better managers out there. But he's doing a job. I think he's in a really good one. Given what he has to work with and the state of Man United have been for years. Bad recruitment, bad managers coming in, the wrong managers with the wrong ideas. The club is all over the place. You can talk about changing personnel. The personnel that needs to change are the members on the board and those people that make the decisions, because Jurgen Klopp has won a league title with Liverpool the first in 30 years. Great manager. But it doesn't just come from him. That club also had a total restructure and changed the way they work things, and that's it with the manager. That's what made the difference.
Can I just say, Dale, though, what you just explained about your club, we could say about our club.
Yeah.
Exactly the same.
It's parallels with United.
It's parallel. It's absolutely parallel, to the point where it goes from the bottom to the board, and it's our board, you know. So what we were left, what Arteta's been left with as well. And that's what I think impatient fans don't really recognise, unfortunately.
But look, as well as that, I'm not going to say that Solskjaer hasn't been given money to
one game. I criticised him for one game, Dale. One game I criticised this wanker for, and I think
you can't call him a wanker.
You know what I mean? Come on.
She lie.
Oh my God. But seriously, one game I criticised him for. I mean, at some point you got to beat Leicester. You got to beat City or Liverpool. And if we don't beat you, maybe these guys will come around to, okay, we need to talk.
Do you know what? Do you know how mad this season is, though? How dire United are. They go and win 5-0 in Europe last night. You cannot call any game. And then you find out tonight, Tottenham, who were on form, lost. So it's just all bizarre. I don't think we can call it. I'm actually going for a win on Sunday. Are you all impressed?
Okay, hold that thought, because we'll get to our predictions in a little bit. Okay, so Super Kev, it is true what Dale's saying in that they went for Moyes, they went for Van Gaal, and it didn't work, right? And then they went for Mourinho. But to be fair to Jose, the devil, he did deliver the Europa League and he did deliver the League Cup and he did get them back into European football. No matter what anyone says, this is what fears me as an Arsenal fan.
Finished second.
Right, and seeing what maybe he might do at Tottenham this year in terms of, is he going to deliver a trophy? I mean, maybe his time's passed. Maybe the United thing was the last of those moments. But do you think there's a juice in what Dale's saying and what you and Amanda believe? And I believe too. I just criticised Arteta for one game, right? And I'm patient. I'm willing to wait, right, with Arteta.
You just said it'll be a nightmare if we lose on Sunday. There's every chance.
It might. Okay, that's what I'm finishing. No, but I'm going to back myself up in my thinking and say,
just going to be patient for 4 days.
If you lose against City, if you lose against Liverpool, if you lose against Leicester, and then you lose against Manchester United again, and I'm going to get to Dale from the outsider position too. I'm sorry. There's no progress there for me.
Ask Dalefield swap a trophy for beating them. They would love a trophy. What are you talking about, Sol? Come on.
Wait, you think Dale will swap the FA Cup for progress in the Premier League and becoming champions again? No.
Well, he should. Well, he should if he's a football fan.
Ask him.
Yeah, go on, Dale.
No. Bigger picture is Premier League.
Okay, wait, one second. But you don't win anything for progress in the Champions League. Yeah, hold on a second. Whoa, 1 sec, Kev. How old are you, Dale?
25.
It makes the difference. Honestly, all youngsters feel like that because you were brought up with the top 4. We weren't. We were brought up with the League Cup, the FA Cup, and Division 1.
But I'm also looking at it as in a cup, FA Cup. Okay, you get an FA Cup and have a terrible season the following season after in the league, and that FA Cup almost goes in the history books and memories. You want to be looking at the future and doing well in the league and building on something. If we finish second this season,
you don't win a trophy for winning.
So happy! I'd be so happy if we finish second this season. Really happy if we did.
I did. You don't win anything for coming second, Dale.
No, but over the course of the season, I would be happier.
But you won't be in the trophy books for winning anything second, and we will because of the FA Cup. I would never, ever trade a cup for coming second.
We've won four. We've won 4 of them in the last 6
years. And aren't we lucky?
It's been a bit of a curse and a blessing, to be honest with you.
Oh my God, how can it be a curse to win the FA Cup?
No. It's masked some pain in the Premier League. It's masked. Go on, Dale. Dale, just give Dale the floor. Go on, mate.
Did you prefer the days when you were winning league titles, or do you prefer the days now when you're winning FA Cups?
But you can't say that because, of course, it'd be the league titles.
Both for winning. No, hold on.
But that's what me and Sophie are saying. We want. We want to get back to that.
You're talking about coming second. We're talking about winning the league or winning the FA Cup.
No, who said second?
No one
said that. No.
Dale said I'd rather come second than win the FA Cup.
That's right.
Yeah.
He did. And I said you don't win anything for coming second.
This season, 100%.
Oh my God. And I think, no disrespect, Dale. And I don't mean this because I'm double your age, yeah? But we were taught.
Me too.
Yeah, well, you're my age, shut up, you. And I can't believe that you would trade this top 4. This is coming through the Premier League.
This season, I would trade winning the FA Cup for finishing in the top 4.
What are you in football for? To win trophies or not? I'm sorry.
I've won enough FA Cups. I've won enough FA Cups.
You never win enough FA Cups.
I mean,
look, for me.
Hold on.
What are you judged on as a football club? Dale, what are you judged on?
These days, finishing top 4.
The bread and butter for me, of football is always been winning the Premier League.
Dale, what are you judged on as a football club?
20 Premier League titles.
Whoa! There we go.
So
winning.
You're judged on winning.
The
20 Premier League titles.
Not the EFL or the FA Cup 20 times.
But no, hold on.
No. The point is,
I'll let Kev do it. It's fine.
It's about winning. You are judged on winning because when that team picture comes out and you've got a trophy in front of you, that shows you some modicum of success.
What's wrong with me saying as an Arsenal fan that I'm tired? Why can't I, as an Arsenal fan, say that I've loved winning the FA Cup in 2014, 15, 17, 2020, and now this year I want Premier League progress. I want this FA Cup. I want a cup team.
Of course you can say
we failed in the Europa League final. Like, what is wrong with Arsenal fans? Why don't we want to be great again in the Premier League? I would sacrifice finishing. I would sacrifice like winning another FA Cup if we can finish top 4.
What do you win for top 4? Just tell me.
I've seen my team won 4 FA Cups in 6 years.
And aren't you lucky?
Yes,
aren't you lucky?
I don't need to see it again.
I have to say that I think an older United fan might think slightly different. People more our age, which I'm surprised at you, Soph, because you're not far off my age, is that I understand Dale's point of view. He's used to top 4. It's like a trophy. But Dale, you don't win a trophy for coming second, third or fourth. You get in the Champions League. Well, let me tell you something. If we win the FA Cup and then win the Europa League, we'd be in the Champions League. We could be, I don't know, 5th or 6th. So I'm sorry, never trade it. Never.
I think a Man United fan, even of my age, knows more than anyone that unless you come first, you win a Premier League trophy. So I know I'm happy this season will come in second. Of course it will, because it's progress in the league. And
how is it progress when you finish second under Mourinho?
The thing is, because how many years ago was that? How many years ago was that?
I want to win the Europa League. I want to win the Europa League.
Hold on, one person speak.
That's total nonsense. That's years ago. Solskjaer's had to come into the team, a totally flattened team, take out loads of bad eggs and some big name players, Lukaku, and sacrifice not having a striker last season and make ends meet with that, getting into the top 4. He's done a really good job. I think this Mourinho came in. Do you remember what he was like? He wasn't good for Man United. Look at the bigger picture. You won the Europa League. We celebrated that. But he wasn't a Man United manager.
He won 2 trophies or whatever, didn't he? So that's
and I look at the bigger picture. I hope Solskjaer is given the right backing, and what I've seen so far, and players being happier, and the good players we're signing when we're given the money to do so. I think in the longer run, he'll do a better job, and I hope he does. And I think I look at that. Don't look at this season. Don't just look at this season, the FA Cup, or being a cup team for the next 5 years. No, because look at Arsenal fans. Are you really happy? You look on Twitter, you're not happy. You're killing each other every week.
No,
so hold on. If you're going to sell it to me about being an FA Cup team and winning it every year, I look at your fan base. That's not a happy one. It's not happy.
Dale, do you want to go, Princess, or do you want me to go?
No, he's gone right keen. I love it. Look at that.
Go on, Casey.
Dale, what we're saying is this. When you are in transition like we are both in transition. Wherever you finish in the league, you finish. Because at the end of the day, you haven't got the squad or the team to get you where you want to do, because you want to win it. Okay? Of course, we want to finish in the top 4 and qualify for the Champions League. But it's still about trophies. It is always about...
And KC, what is wrong with being an Arsenal fan and saying
we
won 4 FA Cups in 6 years? And my dream is that we win or are competitive again in the Premier League. I'd sacrifice the FA Cup for that.
Said that's wrong.
That's what you said that.
No, we never. We said what we said.
We did.
It's still about winning trophies. That's what we said. Of course, we want to do well in the league, but you get nothing for finishing in the top 4.
It's not about. Don't look at it in black and white. We're talking about if you had to sacrifice something. I would sacrifice winning this year. I would only want to win the Europa League, because the Europa League gives us another European trophy, and the Europa League gives us an entry into the Champions League. I'm done with the domestic trophies for now.
Going next. Right. The problem you've got, Kev, is this is the era of Sky and what they did, the race for top four. We never, ever spoke about top four in the 80s. It was first and who came second. It was never like this. I'm sorry, but to hear someone say that they would rather come second or third than win the FA Cup is completely alien to me. I'm not saying you're wrong. That's your opinion. And Dale, what you see on Twitter is a very small portion of fans from all clubs. When Klopp won the league, about 2 months later, I saw Liverpool fans moaning at him because he didn't strengthen his squad in the way they wanted. They just won the league. You're always going to have that all the time because of social media.
Arsenal fans at a match, if it wasn't a pandemic, you telling me they'd be happy?
No, right, listen, look, can I just finish? Of course I want progress. Absolutely.
Screen grab.
I am so want progress, of course. And of course I'd love to come first, second, third or fourth. Much better than last year. But if you're asking me, because I go to Wembley every time we're in a cup final, if you're telling me that I would miss that day to come third for a little bit of progress, no. No, it's like me with the pay-per-view. No, I won't do it. There's no in between with me. I'm going to Wembley to what? No.
Win the FA Cup than the Europa League?
Let me finish.
No, that's not what she said, Sophie.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, I would never ever in my life want to go to a final more than with Arsenal in any final. Any final, it doesn't matter what it is. I love being at a final. You are measured on your trophies. You just said it, Dale. 20 league titles. That's not coming second. That's 20. That's not 20 coming second. You're recognised for 20 league titles, but yet you want progress and not the FA Cup. And
excuse me, can I just?
Let me finish. I haven't finished yet. Let me just say, you have 20 league titles, which is awesome. And we could only dream of that. You and Liverpool are so far up there with that. It's fantastic for your club. But for you to say, I'd rather come second than the FA Cup is wrong in my eyes. You are measured on trophies at the end of the day. Go look at the history books. See who won the FA Cup in 1976. They won't tell you who came second, third or fourth. End of rant.
Can I add to that? Just for Dale's knowledge, Dale, I live in Manchester. I speak to Manchester United fans every day. And they want trophies. That ones who I speak to.
Are they your age?
Listen, they're my age.
Yes, exactly.
There's the difference.
But some are younger. But what
okay, sorry.
Hold on, let me finish.
No, you guys are now changing the narrative, and that's not right. You're changing the narrative on us, and that's not what we're saying. We want trophies. Dale and I want our club to win trophies.
Sophie, nobody's changing the narrative. Nobody. Dale has said he would rather finish second.
Yeah, this season.
This season. True or not, Dale? That's what you said. So
did you not use a point about Mourinho finishing second in the league as a stick to beat Solskjaer with? And that's another reason why I'd like Solskjaer to finish second this season. To shut a lot of people up. He needs to do it. Arteta needs to do it too at Arsenal. You need to make statements.
No, he's right. He's right.
When did it become? When did it become?
I'll give you one.
Let him finish because Dale, let me give you the floor here because what Dale's saying is when Mourinho said that one of his greatest achievements in his career was finishing second with Manchester United with that team at that particular time, that particular season, in that era, that everyone laughed at him and ridiculed him because he said that. But when you look at how United have gone since, he was actually kind of right. And that doesn't mean it's a trophy or anything like that. What we're saying is at some point, you want your team to be a Don in the Premier League again. And Arsenal is so far away from that right now. I personally would sacrifice winning a domestic trophy to make progress in the Premier League. Dale, please go ahead and finish your thought.
I think if you look at Arteta, and we spoke already about results previously this season, his job isn't safe. He won an FA Cup a few months ago. It's not the whole big ding-dong anymore that people make it out to be. You talk about back in the 80s and 90s. Yeah, great, but it's 2020 now. And if you think the FA Cup is as big to the footballers that are playing today as it was back then, you're wrong. You're wrong, okay? People come to Arsenal, they come from different leagues, and the big picture is winning the Premier League title and competing in the biggest league in the world. I know winning trophies about what being a football fan is. I'm not going to say that, do you want an FA Cup this year? I'm not saying no. Of course, I want a day out. I love to, fans are back in stadiums, of course. What I'm saying is the bigger picture. I think if Solskjaer finishes second this season and make a big statement and his job, you won't hear Pochettino in the summer. If Solskjaer finishes fourth, maybe even third, and wins an FA Cup, and it's still, I think, a bad start to next season, and his job is on the brink of probably ending.
I think that's a reality.
Go on, Amanda. I think that's a reality. By the way, Amanda, what you're saying is spot on. Okay, the FA Cup and the glory of it, and it's quite sad. I'm not saying what I like the way what the FA Cup has become. But calling a spade, players don't look at it the same way anymore. It's not a dream like it used to be be in an FA Cup final the way it was, because the Champions League is bigger now. And that's what people looked at. And the Premier League title, it's just a sad reality of things.
Yeah, but there's only one team who could win the Champions League, Dale. There's only one.
Of course.
So you have 4 opportunities to win trophies per season. Only 4. So at the end of the day, players want to be successful. Do you agree with that? Yes or no?
Yeah.
So being successful, what is success to you? Success to me is not finishing second. Success is winning a trophy.
Of course, but I'm not saying that, you get a trophy finish second. I'm saying the bigger picture for me this season is showing consistency and showing a team that can win games, and not just being a cup team that might get to an FA Cup semi-final and a Europa League semi-final and that, because last season that's not good enough, and that's not success. That's just almost getting there and not tasting anything. And maybe that's where you're coming from too, coming second and maybe getting to run a FA Cup. See, we'd still be kind of a bit cagey and not 100% happy. But the bigger picture for me is looking at this team. I don't see consistency. I don't see a team that's able to win a league yet. But if at the end of the season, if I see enough progress and we finish second, I will be delighted. I will be a lot happier than I am right now.
We would be happier, but it's still about winning a trophy.
Yeah,
Solskjaer has to win a trophy.
An FA Cup this season won't save his job.
No, an FA Cup. Louis van Gaal got sacked. Yeah. Louis van Gaal got sacked for winning the FA Cup. Carlo Ancelotti got sacked for winning the double with Chelsea.
Can I just say something? I'm going to ask the question.
We're talking about the reality of modern day football, guys, not our passion as fans and what we want and what was once special and what we love.
Just say what I've got to say? Dale, who won the FA Cup 4 years ago and who came second 4 years ago? You're more than likely to know who won the FA Cup than come second. My point is this. It comes down to what...
We came second.
Can I just finish? Let me just finish. I don't know who it is, but you would more likely know who won the FA Cup. My point is this. In the history books, you will go down for your 20 league trophies, your Champions League, whatever it is. You will not go down for coming second. I don't care what Mourinho said. Mourinho's all about Mourinho. The quicker you got him out of your club, the better for you. Do I think Solskjaer's for you? I don't know. It's not my club, and I don't know. I don't think he is for you, but that's not for me to say. Do I think Arteta's for us? Yes. Do I think he was left with a lot of bad
debris?
Yeah, debris. Yes, I do. And of course I want progress. Of course I'd like to come top 4. Absolutely. But if you're going to ask me again and again, would I sacrifice progress for an FA Cup every single day of the year? And I'm sorry, Kev. It is on age. It is. I know so many Arsenal fans that would be screaming at Dale by now, but then I know a lot of younger ones that would agree with him. I think it's across the board. I don't just think it's United saying this. Do you think that the FA Cup is as big as the Premier League? Of course not. We're not idiots. We do know that the one trophy we've never won is the Champions League. I need to win that to die happy, Dale. Absolutely. But it is about trophies. That is what players play football for. And we have one down there. Oh, sorry, wherever my finger's pointing. Down there to Kev. who was a player and who only ever wanted to win trophies. I understand we're not idiots, Soph. Of course, Kev and I want progress. We don't want to settle for this, but I wouldn't sacrifice it, no. And that's my last word on it.
Okay, so here's my point. I've seen my team win the FA Cup in 2014, 15, 17, and 2020. And what I'm saying is this year, I would love to see us be competitive in the Premier League and just be back in the game. What is wrong with my...
We know
but what's wrong with that?
Do you think we don't want that, Sophie?
I know, it's weird.
But what you're saying is you're willing to win another FA Cup at the sacrifice of that.
Yeah. Trophy.
And I'm not.
Okay. Well, that's fine. That's opinion. Exactly. We're not saying you're... Because I'm into football to win trophies.
And so, but then that's saying that I'm not. And I've seen my team win 4 FA Cups.
You're obviously not.
Oh, wow. Okay, so I've seen my team win.
This is what you're saying.
3 FA Cups stopped Arsenal progressing because they gave Wenger more time. It stifled us. You all said it.
You've all been spoiled by Sky and Premier League, I'm telling you.
I live in America. I don't have Sky and Premier League for F's sake.
You know what I mean.
Stop the madness.
Top 4. No. And let me tell you, the irony about this, Dale, is when Wenger came in top 4 for 483 years, we used to get crucified. Fans, I never said it, but fans who said like top four, it's such a brilliant feat that Wenger's done. We used to get ridiculed by every club. Now every club wants to be top 4.
Do you think if we finish second this season, this is what I'm getting onto. If we finish second this season, I come on this show next year, and you ask me what's success this year. It wouldn't be second. Second would be an insult. It'd be coming first. You come second this season, show your progress, and I'd be delighted with that. I'm not. The whole thing is, you talk about modern fans, and I think a lot of fans that would say that they witnessed the 80s and beyond would say that they're more patient than the younger fan. But I'm not getting this in this conversation at all. It's all about winning trophies and a quick fix. I don't want Man United being a quick fix and looking at just, let's get a trophy in this season. I look at the big picture, and I've seen so many managers come in. Too many managers come in since Ferguson got sacked. It's a circus. Second things go wrong, pointing fingers, get a trophy in quickly. If that's Arteta's job, and Arsenal are a cup team, enjoy it. But I want to get back to being the biggest and the best team in England.
The Dawn, when we were winning the Premier League and we were challenging and we were like right up there.
Listen, winning the Premier League
takes time. Be 10th, be happy. Woo! We're 10th.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know that since Sir Alex Ferguson, you know that it takes time. So what happens? What tends to happen is this: there are stepping stones. You don't just go from winning nothing to winning the Premier League. You don't do that. Manchester United have the history of winning the Premier League. Okay. You've got to win some trophies to get that into the players, because a lot of
we'll do what Liverpool did. We win the Champions League this year.
By the way, poor Dale. He's like, Dale's come on to talk about the game, and Lee's got it right. Dale must be sitting here thinking, what the hell? I just I need to go feed the baby. Like, what the hell is happening?
All right, so I think we should move on from this. We've understood what everyone's saying.
Here's the scoop. Amanda, you're right. Wrap it up, because Amanda, we've been great. United and Arsenal, the all of it. I mean, the best rivalry in Premier League history.
I think it'll still be a good match on Sunday. I do. I think it will be a good match. And our first 11 didn't play tonight, so there's no excuse of the Europa game. You've won 5-0. So, Dale, let's talk about Sunday, because we could go on. We need to discuss, and then we need to let you go. What's your thoughts?
We'll get him on for another history debate, right? We'll get him on for that.
We'll bring on some young Arsenal fans that probably agree with him. As you can see in the chat, there are ones that do agree. But Dale, what's your opinion on Sunday? Do you think you're going to beat us?
Yeah. I do. I'm confident after the 2 nights in the Champions League. I think that gave us a massive uplift this season for all fans, because beforehand it's fairly downbeat. Performances were flat. The players didn't look like they were at the races at all, and you had Solskjaer come out saying he made a mistake starting Pogba in the game to start because he came back from coronavirus and he wasn't 100%. I think now, looking at the team, he's tweaked it on a few occasions. He's tried a back 3. against PSG, and since then gone back to a back four. But I look at the team as a unit. Having Matic in midfield is a much more calmer presence in midfield, and I think that this game against Arsenal, it's hitting us at the right time. I'm not sure about G, and I'm hoping for a first half penalty.
You're guaranteed that, even if second half penalty, God knows what goes on there. Theatre of dreams, I tell you.
I haven't got to the second half yet.
You're bound to get a penalty.
Can we just take a minute to just talk about something before we kind of like get more into? I wanted to touch on this. We've got like 10 more minutes, okay? So there's a few buttons I want to hit with everyone. The first one is. No matter who you support, Marcus Rashford has shown himself to be an epic human being.
I've just written Marcus Rashford to talk about. Perfect.
Love him. We love him. We love him. You can't not love him. And if you don't, then go away and go to a planet far, far away that is non-existent in our galaxy, because what he's doing is amazing. And the last couple games, Dale, he's started to kind of show it on the pitch again, because there was a lot of this that LeBron James and some other athletes in the US have experienced, in that they've been told, just dribble, just do your job, and don't talk about things that are going on in life. Yeah, you know what I mean? And look at what he's done and how he's galvanized to the point where I have Greek people I know of restaurants all across the UK that are throwing their hat in the ring and are trying to help him. As a United fan, despite what's going on, can you just tell us in a nutshell real quick what it means to you to have someone like Rashford be a player on your team right now?
It's huge. It's huge. I see you mentioned people that try and knock him, and they were all waiting last night for him to miss a sitter or whatever, jump into Twitter to criticize what he does. But if you have a problem with what Rashford is doing, you're the problem, I think, and more than anything. What he's done, the pride when you see a player take on his own initiative, there is nothing to do with Man United in this. There's no brand behind this. It's just something that he sat down with his family and decided, I want to take upon myself. And credit to the other footballers of other clubs that have joined in the past week, and musicians. Everyone, every little helps. And Rashford is fighting this battle, but he's welcoming help from others. He spoke to Stretty News exclusively at the beginning of the pandemic about his plans and stuff like that with the fundraising and charity, and has raised over 20 million. You know, this is a lad that's 22, playing for Manchester United, Premier League club, and doing all this work on as well as that. There's no real word to sum it up, but he's someone I look to, not just as I love him as a Man United player, but as a famous person. I think everyone should have a bit of respect for him.
Oh, they do. Do you know what? You know what it is? It is so bad that he's even had to do it. That's what upsets me about this country, that he's even had to do it. And the way he's done it and the way he deals, I am so impressed with him. And I always said this, I said this last year, when he comes to the Emirates and we're back at football, I will be standing up and applauding him as soon as he walks on that pitch. Obviously, then when he dives for a penalty, I won't be that happy.
But the thing is, it's not about football, is it? It's about just being a decent human being.
I don't know anyone in this country, even Liverpool and City fans, that would not applaud
Look at these comments from Gooners right now. Look what they're saying.
Yeah, but everyone
I'm
would.
putting them on like one after the other, and I can't even keep up.
He should be knighted. I'm sorry for everything he's done.
You know, I think with Rashford as well, he's got that personal experience. He's a Wivenshaw kid who came up the same way as a lot of these youngsters. So he has a personal feeling towards it, and that the human side of it is what I love. He's putting a lot of politicians to shame, showing them up, because he's got a kind heart and he's doing what he's doing. So, do you know what an inspiration to a lot of people. I know a lot of fans have come together. A lot of people have come together to back him. Over 1 million people have signed a petition, etc. So this just goes to show what a fantastic young man this is, and what a great drive and a great thing he's doing for these youngsters. You know, feed the children. This is so important. And you know, the politicians should hang their heads in shame. Let's be honest.
Should.
PG, you're right. You know, he shouldn't even have to be doing this.
No.
But the fact that he is, and you know, we always as fans cry out and say athletes need to get real. They need to kind of understand what's happening in the world and put themselves on a certain level. And here's a kid who didn't know where his next meal was coming from. And now he's making sure that there's no kid out there that has to worry about where their next meal is coming from. And now, Dale, let's switch to football, because that has to also translate. You know, when you have that platform, it does have to translate on the pitch, because great players do great things. And I almost always think that Ronaldo never gets enough recognition for the charity work that he does and all the awesomeness that he prevails when it comes to kids and kids charities and stuff like that. There are a lot of players out there that do a lot of great things. At the end of the day, we're all going to judge them as football fans, only on the football fan side when it comes to playing. So as Arsenal face Manchester United this weekend on your home turf, where you've been absolute gobshite, Amanda's been saying for the last week, watch them become Barcelona at home against us. What can we expect from you this weekend?
Apart from diving for penalties, of course.
I think on the back of the Leipzig game, I can only speak with confidence. I see a team playing against a really, really good Leipzig side and controlled throughout. And I've seen players there like Pogba, even Van de Beek, showing glimpses that they were getting into a bit of a groove. And I think that's been really the case the past few weeks, apart from the draw against Chelsea. I really feel we're meeting Arsenal at a good time. Arsenal fans might think the same about us at the moment. We haven't been very consistent, but it's just in the last week or so against some good teams, we have been very good. And I fancy our chances. But looking at the league this season so far, it's impossible to really predict. It's so inconsistent, and that's what's killing me. I mentioned this league here. It's there for the taking, and you can include Arsenal into this.
Doesn't it?
Anyone could win this league. All that matters is someone being a bit consistent. Look at the injuries Liverpool have, and no pre-season. It's going to be topsy-turvy, but it's going to be fun.
I agree with you, and I'm going to throw it to Amanda and KC in a sec. But Tashi brought up: is Van de Beek shite?
Oh, he's good.
Yeah.
Looking at him the other night, I will say, be honest, that there was nothing in that one performance that says to me that Solskjaer has deserved to be played with constant questions about why he, the manager, isn't playing a player. I think a new player has come in. He is the manager. It's his decision, and it should be respected when it comes to that. I don't think he should be forced to throw a player in immediately either. I think he has a number of players in that role, so he's in no rush. He's no panic. And by easing them in, I think his transitioning in football will hopefully be easier. But I've definitely seen signs that he's a good player. Technically very, very good, but not the bravest.
Okay, so what's your prediction for Sunday? Because we need to do them before we go.
What?
United.
Sorry?
What?
3-0 United.
Okay. Kev?
Wait, who invited Dale on again? Can I just...
Kev, what do you reckon?
He's had a little Dale Jr. who's going to play up front for United in like
I can't hear you, Kev. What?
I'm going for an Arsenal win. 2-1.
What? 2-1. Soph, just say a figure.
But I'm not, because I want to know where KC thinks we're going to win that game. I want to know why he thinks.
No, we haven't got time. Just tell me your prediction.
Why? Just, you have 30 seconds. Come on. I want to know why KC thinks we're going to win.
Because I think we're going to win the game 2-1.
Based on
what?
What
do I need to say?
Because it's Arsenal. What's your prediction, Soph?
I think we're going to lose 3-1.
Okay, and I think we're going to win 1-0. So there we go, folks. I'm being positive and not going for a draw this week.
It seems so very cut and dry that we're leaving it at that, because...
that. We can discuss it on post-game on Sunday night. Let's see if we're right.
I know, but I just wanted to get KC's... Like, if you got to go, you can go. Like, you go. But I'm saying I want to know, like, why? Like, because KC, who's in our midfield, how's that going to work? And then who's playing up front? And is Arteta going to play Villian as a false nine again? And Dale has...
things that we don't know. We don't know what the team's going to be. We don't know who's going to play.
That's the purpose of a pre-game where you predict.
We have predicted. That's what we think.
That's what I've done.
I get told off when I predict a draw, and I'm getting told off when I predict a win.
I actually feel like I'm I'm like a Red Devil. Like what? I mean, am I on Dale's side tonight, or am I a Gooner? I don't know. I'm confused.
Nor do I.
you tell us.
Nor do I. Oh, yes, I am.
No, and Zod, there, I'm a realist, seriously.
No, the one before. I'm going on Guns and Yellow Ribbons for a pre-game chat, and I'll be saying the same thing on Sunday. We're going to win 1-0. Okay?
May the best listen, it's which team turns up. Because
I thought you were going to say, may the best team win. No, we just need to win.
It depends which team turns up because, look, we've seen United poor and we've seen Arsenal poor. Let's be honest. So if our poor teams turn up, it could be bloody rubbish.
Right.
Both teams could be rubbish. So, but I think Arsenal are going to win the game. That's my personal thing.
All right. So, listen, Dale, I bet this is one of your favourite ever appearances on...
100%. I want to come back next week.
Nice to meet you, Dale.
Wait. Will you come on right after with us?
No, because if we lose, I'm not speaking to Dale.
No, I will.
No.
Wait, Dale, will you come on right after with us after the game?
Yeah.
Oh. Done.
I come on for 10 minutes after the game.
That's fine. 12 minutes.
Listen, you can come on for 5 minutes if we lose and an hour if we win. Yeah?
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay.
Oh, right. Thanks, Dale. We do love you, really.
All right. Well, apparently everyone has to go. And Dale, thank you so much. And congratulations again on the Bambino. And honestly, if you can come on with us after this pod and these, I'm Generation X, but I'm starting to feel like I'm with baby boomers.
Right, everyone, thank you for joining us. She's having a moment. She's had too much sun. God knows what
No. Hello, it's called ice water. It's California ice water.
It's called gin in that ice water.
No, it's not gin. I'd never be afraid to admit that I was.
I know.
Okay, thank you. So no, Dale, if you can come on after the show, after the game, that would be great. Just for 10 or 15 minutes, just to round this puppy up. And Casey and Amanda, the Casey and Amanda versus Sophie show continues. And let's see. Let's hope the Arsenal win. And you guys are right this weekend.
Come on, you Reds.
Thanks for having me.
Although we won't be red, will we? We'll
Dale, thank you so much. Tell him, Amanda.
Top man.
Thank you, everyone, for joining.